In a windswept village cradled by rugged cliffs and golden wheat fields, there lived a young woman named Mira. Her life was a patchwork of struggle. Her father, a fisherman, battled the unforgiving sea, while her mother wove baskets to scrape by. Mira dreamed of a world beyond the horizon, a life painted with adventure and triumph. Yet, hardship was her constant shadow. Storms ravaged their boats, drought withered their crops, and whispers of despair clung to the salty air. Still, Mira clung to a stubborn ember of hope, whispering to herself under the starlit sky, "I'll find a way. I won't break." One fateful autumn, disaster struck like a hammer on glass. A monstrous storm swallowed half the village's fleet, leaving Mira's father injured and their livelihood in tatters. Hunger crept into their home, a silent thief stealing even the warmth of their hearth. The villagers, once tight-knit, turned cold. Some urged Mira to flee to the city. Others mocked her family's misfortune. "There's nothing left here," they sneered, but Mira refused to run. She took up odd jobs, mending nets, hauling water, scrubbing floors, her hands growing calloused, her spirit unyielding. Each night, she'd collapse by the fire, whispering, "This isn't the end, it's just the forge." As winter tightened its grip, Mira's world darkened further. Her father's cough grew hollow. Her mother's hands trembled from exhaustion, and the last of their grain dwindled to dust. One frigid evening, unable to bear her mother's silent tears, Mira stumbled through the snow to the cliffs, where an old hermit lived, a man the village called the Keeper of Winds. His eyes, sharp as the gales, met hers. "Help me," she pleaded, her voice breaking. The hermit handed her 3 objects: a lump of clay, an iron shard, and a handful of dried seeds. "Heat these in your fire," he rasped, "and return when the dawn breaks." Mira obeyed, though doubt gnawed at her. She stoked the fire in their crumbling cottage, placing the clay, iron, and seeds into the flames. The clay softened and cracked. The iron glowed red but stayed rigid, and the seeds popped, releasing a faint, earthy scent that filled the room. At dawn, she trudged back to the hermit, her breath fogging in the icy air. "The clay weakened," she said, "the iron hardened, the seeds, they changed the fire itself." The hermit's lips curled into a knowing smile. "Life's trials are the flame, Mira. Some soften and crumble, some grow cold and unyielding, but a rare few transform the heat into something new." The hermit's words struck Mira like lightning. She didn't want to crumble or harden, she wanted to transform. With a spark reignited, she gathered what little she had: a broken net, a handful of coins, and her unbreakable will. She repaired the net and fished in the shallows, bartering her catch for seeds. She planted them in a forgotten patch by the cliffs, coaxing life from the barren soil. Months passed, and her small garden bloomed, wild greens and hardy roots thriving against the odds. The villagers, once dismissive, began to trade with her, their eyes softening with reluctant respect. Mira's courage grew roots deeper than her garden. She built a modest stall from driftwood, selling her harvest and weaving baskets like her mother once did. Her father's health steadied with the food she brought, and her mother's hands found strength in their shared labor. The village began to heal, neighbors bartered, children laughed again, and the cliffs echoed with life. Word of Mira's resilience spread beyond the village. drawing travelers who carried her story like seeds on the wind. She'd turned despair into dawn, proving that even the fiercest storms could forge a flame of hope. Years later, Mira stood atop the cliffs, her hair streaked with silver, her eyes still fierce. The village below thrived, a tapestry of gardens and laughter, woven from her defiance. The hermit, now frail, joined her one last time. "You became the seeds," he murmured, his voice a whisper on the breeze. Mira smiled, her heart a quiet flame. Life's trials hadn't broken her, they'd shaped her into a beacon. Her story became a lantern for others. When darkness falls, don't crumble, don't harden, ignite, and let your light reshape the storm.